Effect.
I am affecting all over the place.
I already affected.
Wow. All right, well, JARdon the mess, everyone. Thank you.
Goodbye.
See you next week, Jay.
Do we have outro credits?
Wait, what?
Do we like outro music?
Yeah, he's got the music.
Do you not listen to the episodes, Bert?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should just play it right there.
Okay.
You know, it's like, hey, cool, everyone, cut this part out. Cut this part out, but then
So
like,
maybe super confused.
and then put it, yeah. So it'd be like, hey, everyone, we do all of our 3 bad intros, and we're like, cool, JARdon the mess, and then it's like outro, and everyone's like, what? But now this is gonna be your intro, and I hate you for it. So that's fine.
Now, I got a question.
Well, no,
Bert,
I'll do that.
Bert,
but
have you
this is
listened to a
definitely
full episode before?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Not there was a pretty big gap where I didn't because
shit.
no, it's just we did this. So here's the thing: we play the story. So I know a lot of people like to hear for the story, and we are working on campaign 2. Bear with us. We're gonna talk a little bit about it in this episode. But like the campaign stuff, I'd like go back and listen to like remember some details. But I enjoy hearing us kind of like rant about this stuff. And then as soon as we get to like the story, I'm like, well, I lived this. I don't need to listen to this again. We played it. Like it's fine. But so I'll listen to like not. So your answer is, do you listen all the way through? No, not a lot. I'll listen to like the first part and then like skip around.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I've ever. I can't remember the last time I listened to one start to finish.
I've listened. I was listening to them like all the way up until I got like high and got mad at Dalton.
And decisions that were made.
The decisions that were made, and then I'm like, I don't want to hear myself like a fool, so I'm just gonna like. I didn't listen like 20 episodes. I'm like, whatever, dude. I know what's happening, but then I'm more interested in our conversations.
Yeah.
Versus that, I mean, because the gameplay is gameplay. Like it's very detailed in my head already.
Yeah.
So
but when we're recording, I love the gameplay stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like talking, but I love the gameplay stuff. So I imagine if hopefully if they're listening to it for the first time, they're engaged as well, right?
Yeah.
But it's so funny because there's points where I'm like, I hate to hear my own voice. I hate to hear it.
Really?
Yeah, I hate it. So like a part of it too is like I don't like hearing myself talk. So that's like
used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me
Those are so cool.
It took me about 20 minutes for each one. A lot of
for everyone who's listening to this, Randy held up Legos of the Mandalorian and Grogu.
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of crazy how intricate Legos I've gotten. Like, what? Like, I was reading these instructions, like, this is all very. I had that Lego moment where I dumped out all the things, and I'm like, I don't have a piece. I know I don't have it. Like, it was weird. It was a weird feeling. I'm like, bro, am I like in like. What? Like, I don't have a piece, but I had the piece. Mm-hmm. And what I found out is...
Was it just, like, in your short or something?
No, it was just there. It was just because, like, you're trying to match, like, certain shades of color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, this... I'm reading it from the little pamphlet or little instruction booklet they have. The actual thing looks a little bit darker or lighter or whatever. It worked out, but I did end up with extra pieces.
Yeah, I always feel like that happens.
100% ended up with extra pieces. I'm never going to complain about having extra pieces, but then it also makes me question, did I forget
Did I do this wrong? Yeah.
But I did have to, I did go back on one of them. I'm like, what? No, did I? Okay. I was about to buy this other, well, not about to buy. Like, when I was at Target today, I saw they had this whole entire scene from Star Wars or whatever. I was like, yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, awesome.
The cantina?
It wasn't the cantina. Fuck, dude, I wish I remembered. But it was like $120. I'm like, bro, I can't do this. Like, I can't. No. It was the end of the Mandalorian season 2 with Luke Skywalker. They have Luke. And
I don't know. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hearing your reaction.
Yeah,
maybe I should go back. But $120 though.
Yeah, I know. Well, look. Randy, come on! I've crossed the threshold with this. Yes. Can I show you my most recent Lego?
Oh.
Purchase or building?
Oh, okay.
I'm using quotes because it's not actually Legos.
Can I also get on that?
Yeah. Go get it.
Fuck,
Let's go get it.
All right.
Arts and crafts.
You guys are well. I'm here solo. For all of you listening, how's your day going? What are you guys up to? Tell me about how you eat your sandwiches. Things need to happen.
All right, who wants to go first?
Okay, there we go. We're back. Left me there for 15 seconds.
Right, Ian Malcolm.
Wait, hold on. It's
Oh,
blurry.
it's all blurry. You gotta do. Oh, whoa! You got it?
Hell yeah.
Is that Jurassic Park?
Yeah, dude, it's the T-Rex scene. That's fucking sick.
That's pretty dope.
It's cooler than my thing. Damn it.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
All right, so Warhammer is my adult Legoing, right?
Yeah.
So like this is like a space marine. So he's kind of bigger than regular guys. You can see it kind of like he's pulling out his sword. He's got his gun. My camera sucks. You can't really see it, right? So this is what I built on Sunday. So there's vehicles in this game too. So I built a giant fucking war mech.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Have you painted it yet?
No, I have not painted it yet. I'm gonna try and prime it this weekend and then paint it at some point. But you can see like
how
the
do you
size.
build those? Or what's the building blocks
You get
like?
fucking high as shit. Is what I'll show you.
Did you?
Oh yeah, dude. Because it's glue. You're gluing it all together. So if you're not in a ventilated spot, like you will get high. So
you were talking about you're huffing. Oh, I thought you were fucking just
no.
no.
Just like because you're highly toxic glues. But they come.
That's fine. Like a brown bag with a marker in it.
When I used to do models back in a Jade court, I used to like smoke and do models in the garage. That was pretty.
It comes very
Zen.
much in
very Zen-like.
A book like Legos, right? Like cool, step 1, step 2, da 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 da.
Yeah.
But everything comes in sprues. So they're all individual pieces that are numbered.
God,
and so what I have to do is I have to it's very tedious. I have to clip out the right piece, glue it to the right spot, and it's like hundreds of little pieces. So that big dude, my big boss, was like, and like some of it has like articulation. So like, don't glue this piece because you want to be able to make his arm fucking move. Or like the fucking, oops, and I broke it. But like the face part come off. So it's super fun, but it's very meticulous, but it's very therapeutic.
Yeah, only people played that game.
I don't know. Why would you spend money on this? I don't understand. I don't understand.
No idea.
No, it's actually really funny because I created like a. Say again, Dalton.
I said I also have a backlog of models. Yeah. I got like 3 airplanes, a couple cars.
Literally everything in here is just like shit I gotta build.
When I was younger, my old man, or I think it was my old man, or I just convinced my mom to buy me one of those models to like build a car. Then you got to paint it with certain things. I just never like. I felt like because you're popping out pieces like we did. I'm like, man, this is just beyond my attention span right now.
Yeah.
So I never grasped that, but damn, when we go to Fundemonium, or you just kind of just walk around, some of that shit looks pretty fucking sick, but I just don't think I have the patience to paint.
Dude, you should see some of the videos on YouTube of the people I follow. I've sent you one, Bert. That guy that did that zombie apocalypse truck.
Yeah.
Dude, people get into these things and they look legit.
Yeah.
Like
so
they weather them to hell and shit.
I didn't paint this one. I bought this one, so I'm gonna say this is what I would ultimately strive to be.
Do you need another drink while I'm up here?
Yeah, please. I do. Fuck, my back hurts.
But
God.
It's just this fucking massive tank, right?
That's sick.
And it's got like snow on the treads. Like there's like a dude up on top. Like it's so fucking sick. So my goal is to be able to like with that guy like that's like the next big thing that I'm trying to work on is basing. So like adding like terrain pieces to like the ground of the model. So instead of this just being like black, it's like sand. So it's like literally him like walking through like the beach and shit.
That's cool.
So dude, this is like I never thought, like I literally told myself, I had a conversation with my old roommate when we lived together, fucking when I moved in LA, so like 10 years ago. I was like, I know that I'm into a lot of nerd shit, but I'm never going to get into modeling because that's just like too far. Like Wargaming, like this, because that's just like too far. I just don't understand it. And then I played one fucking game, and I was just like, oh shit. So Bert has this thing called addictive personality, and he fucking loves this shit. Oh, and it's a site because it hit right, not to be tangential, but it came in right when the new Star Wars movies were coming out, and I was just like so over it for all the reasons I've enumerated. I don't need to go into it again. But for me, it was like, oh wow, a sci-fi universe that like I'm really intrigued. I had a big hole in my heart for like a cool sci-fi universe, so I got super into the lore of Warhammer. And I fucking really got into the process of like playing it, because that's the other thing is like I don't just build these things. Like I have like rolled around with this and like fought with it, and it's so crazy that you like come up with these little like stories from your games. Like, give me one second. I'm gonna nerd out. I'm gonna keep nerding out. Do it.
On today's episode of Share and Tell, what is it?
Show and tell. Oh man, I need to laugh. I need to not laugh. It hurts.
Are you laughing at me? You making fun of me because I'm showing you my nerd things?
No.
What were you gonna show? Or are you grabbing something else?
I was, but now I feel like self-conscious because Randy.
No,
he's saying I don't want to laugh at him, and then like
No, I don't. I know. I don't want to laugh.
Oh,
there was no him there. I don't want to laugh because my back hurts.
No more funny jokes. I got it. Everyone turn off the podcast. So I have these guys. They're like golden armor. Can't really see it, right? But like, there's a dude who's like riding this horse, right?
It's like something. It's like the tree sentinel from Elden Ring.
Sure.
No,
I don't know.
It looks like, look at that shit. Yeah,
like, this is like my war leader, right? So like I literally built these and then painted these and then played with these, and it's funny because it's like this guy literally was like on the battlefield. I was playing against, it was like a 3-way match, like free for all, and he just like literally got surrounded by dudes. You guys remember that scene in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, when like his dad gets surrounded by like all those like weird dudes in masks? They like charge at him.
Is that with Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Think of something cooler. He's basically surrounded by dudes, and like somehow like cut to like the next turn, everybody's dead, and he's like still standing, and I was just like, oh my god! So like I relived this memory of like this dude just like being surrounded and just like slashing his way through. As opposed to this guy, it's so weird because it's a fucking piece of plastic, but like I've imprinted memories on them because like this guy was leading an entire, I have like 10 other horse guys. He was leading all these dudes, and he was the last guy alive. And there's like a morale system, and like too much shit happened, and he was just like, nope, and he just left the battlefield. And I'm like, forever now, this guy is like shamed because like everyone else in his squad went down swinging, and he fucking left. And like until I play another game with him, like that's all I can think about with this. And it's a fucking weird piece of plastic that all I did was build it and paint it, but like it's, to me, this is like so much fun. It's just fucking nerdy shit.
Does when you buy the product, does it already have its attributes associated with it, or do you have to build up the tributes?
That's the cool thing about a lot of it is base stats are available, but there's customization, right? So like this guy's stats is normal, but like what I kit him out with will be different. So like he has the same movement and the same like shooting, but like because I put this fucking minigun on him, this minigun has stats. And because I put this like flamethrower on it, that flamethrower has stats. So like
you could build up a dude and just make him like godlike.
Yeah, there's a certain limit. Like each thing can only carry, so like an infantry dude can only carry like, you know, 2 things. You can't be like a fucking our first person shooter where like he can carry 20 different guns.
Yeah.
But it's super cool though because it lets you to like kit out your dudes. So like I have some guys in this fucking myriad of fucking shit where like I'll have 2 vehicles that are the same, but like one is like anti-infantry and he's got like a flamethrower, and the other person's like anti-vehicle and have like a rocket launcher, and they both serve completely different purposes.
Is Warhammer like Risk? Or is it like more of like Age of Empires that you guys play?
It's more like Age of Empires, which I do have on the list to talk about. I'd say from a game perspective, did you ever play BattleTech with us?
Negative.
Oh no! I know exactly. Remember that for like a very, very, very hot minute,
BFNE?
like literally one game. We played that Star Wars miniature games at Outer Planes or whatever.
I didn't think it was Star Wars. I thought it was more like Marvel.
They do have some of those, but it was you, me, and like.
But I do like, because that's what I keep thinking of, because you buy your guy the box or mystery box, you stand him on a thing, and yes, I don't 100% recall exactly.
There was one game.
Wait,
do I need to be concerned that there's a recording stuff?
Yeah, I ran out of disk space. Hold on.
Oh no! Good thing we're still recording.
You know what I did when I ran out of disk space or storage space?
Deleted
like,
1/10 of your porn?
I'm like, what the fuck is taking up? I had 3 backups of my cell phone.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Because like it was just an accident. I had double,
Yeah.
and then I delete one. Free 40 gigs.
Damn, dude.
It sucked because I was recording some fucking cool ass shit in Elden Ring, and then because I have it full screen when I'm at work, I didn't see that it stopped recording. I was like, well, I just literally just got to the boss and it stopped recording. Okay, well, that's waste. All right, continue.
No, just we played one game. It was only one game. I think it was like maybe you. I can't remember who the third person was because there's 3 of us. We were like,
there was a third guy. I do.
There was a third person.
Me. I'm just kidding. It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Didn't.
I was lame. I don't know what I did.
You were too busy learning actual skills with like your car and stuff. And cooking. I don't know what you were doing.
You were driving around painting models.
Yeah.
This is like early 20s. This is like early 20s though.
Yeah,
for sure, early 20s. Maybe earlier 20s. Maybe like 19. But
yeah, it was early.
I'm dating myself.
It was when I was at the JC still, I think.
No, I must have been like 20.
We like went in and we asked them, hey, like normally this is for, I don't know what the fuck this is for, but can we use one of these? And they're like, yeah, sure. We played like a little mini 3-player Star Wars game. I had like a Stormtrooper squad.
Yeah.
I can't remember what you had, but like we were like, damn, that was like really fun. Let's do this again. Yeah, let's do this again. Never did.
Never
like the guys there were like, oh, it's really cool to see like a Star Wars game being played. And then we never went back.
I like, you know what's crazy is like I recall that night. I don't recall exactly what I played or had, but I do recall that night, and I know that there were some fucking D&D players there at the same time.
Yeah.
Fat old motherfuckers just sitting there playing. You know, I've had my guy for like 5 years, you know?
What's the you watch Community, right?
Yeah, I've seen every episode.
Yeah. Neil, right? He's like,
Neil.
I earned that sword after 5 years and 10 campaigns. I wiped my ass with it.
Or fucking Ken Jeong. He's like, I'm the magical elf.
We gonna just excuse this racism?
It's so fucked up.
Yeah. He's like, I'm a dark elf. Yeah.
You know, to segue to something else, I know I mentioned to Tanya, they're coming out with Orville season 3, and it hasn't been on air for like 3 years.
That's crazy to think about. That's
like,
insane.
2019, like 2018 was like the last time, or 2019. So I just popped it on because, you know, let me get a little refresher on the stuff. I kind of like, you know, whatever. So she's watching. She's like, "Bro, this show is amazing." Like,
yeah.
Straight from season 1. I'm like, because I watched. I don't know what it was, but
Oh no!
in my mid-20s, I watched like every single episode of like the 60s.
Oh, Next
Star
Generation.
Trek. No, like the first Star Trek.
Oh, the very first season.
First season. For whatever reason, I watched all that shit. I didn't realize that there were only 3 seasons, but there was like 40 episodes a season. And I remember in the podcast, you had mentioned, Bert, that Orville was more Star Trek than Star Trek.
Yeah. It's more Star Trek.
And it's just watching the first couple episodes. It's a good show. It's a fucking good show.
Yeah, dude. It's funny because I not grew up, but like I realized I had watched a bunch of Star Trek growing up too, without even realizing it. But like I had watched a ton of Next Generation, and I loved Next Generation, and so like it has a very much like a Next Generation vibe.
Yeah.
And it's like everything I've seen of the new Star Trek stuff that's out, I'm like, yeah, I just don't have an interest in watching that. But like Orville just hit that right tone. And it's mainly because they're just taking plot lines from the other Star Trek episodes. And just
I'm not
adding,
even
like,
sure how Seth MacFarlane just isn't getting fucking sued.
He isn't getting away. Yeah.
It's just a complete rip-off of the original Star Trek. Different segue. Let's talk about Halo.
All right. We could talk about Halo, or we could talk about buffets.
Let's go to the buffet. Because it's more enjoyable to talk about.
Yeah. Great. Perfect. I think this is your point. So
Halo's trash and we like to eat. Go.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Like, fuck, I don't really know. Like the last episode was so like terrible. Like there were a cool couple fights.
Okay, so now we're going back to Halo. Okay.
No. All right. Buffet. So not this last week, but the week before. On Sunday, I like to go get like it's a day for me and a lady to like in my head to go try like just go get lunch somewhere, drive somewhere, try a new restaurant. But for whatever reason, I'm like, you know what, dude? I just got buffet in my mind. There's only one buffet around here. It's the one in Santa Rosa.
Is it like a hometown buffet? Like what is it?
It's a fucking super buffet on 4th Street. Okay. Asian owned, obviously.
It's been there a long time.
A long time. Same owners. Same dude. Like, you walk in there, yeah, there's that 6'5" Asian dude that's just, like, he's just been there. I've eaten there in the past. I haven't eaten there about, like, 2 years, I would say. And the last time I was there, I was like, oh, man. Like, I know this is, like, it's just very okay. It's very okay. But the sheer quantity of food that I'm eating kind of helps make it better. Don't eat there for 2 years. Pandemic hits. This place is still surviving.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's a buffet, right? 2 years ago, or 2 weeks ago, we went there. Line was out the door.
What?
Damn.
Line was out the door, and it's a Sunday.
Yeah,
and I know that Latino people love Chinese food, without a doubt, because that was all that was in the line, and I know. So we go, and I asked the lady, she's like, there's seating in there. I'm like, are you sure there's seating? Because I'm looking in the window, and there's no seating.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fuck this. We'll go get somewhere else. So we go back, and I'm like, all right, we're going to go early. We're going to go for a drive. We're going to go fucking early. We're going to get there at like...
What's early? Yeah.
Like 11:30.
Yeah, okay.
11:30, 12. Like, yeah. I think... like
it's like before people are really ready to eat lunch.
Or when they get out of church. That's the thing.
Solid.
Yes, before they get out of church. So we go there
because a buffet. Because it's like a buffet. It's like once you get that seat, it's like
it's on.
It's on. Well, it's on, but it's also like that's like the problem is like I think we've all worked in food services to a certain extent, but like Dalton, even though he's just walked away, I was going to try and pivot over to him, but he's left, so that's okay. It's like there's a difference between like fast food where you're just like cranking through people and like a sit down restaurant.
Yeah.
But even with a sit down restaurant, you can like do the math in your head. Okay, cool. If I get them other stuff in and out the door in like an hour, hour and a half, great, cool. But like with a buffet, it's like you're like grazing all day potentially. So like that churn rate is slower. So like getting a spot is crucial in this scenario.
It's very, very crucial. So we go. And I think there was like maybe like a couple people from us, but the thing that I noticed that they did differently, and the prices went up. Like it used to be like $14 to use $20, like whatever, dude. Like
$20.
It's like it's all you can eat food. Like I don't really give a shit. Yeah. If it's 30, I might not pay. But the thing was,
in quotes, but yes,
they make you pay beforehand, not after.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I'm like, but they didn't do that before. So now I was like, that makes sense. Like whatever. I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, whatever.
So that could also be a reason why there was a line out the door. So we get there. The seating is fine. They seat us like here. It's like maybe a bench away from like the front, like 2 benches from the front. Like whatever, dude. I don't really care. We get there, and then I had to go to the bathroom hella bad. So I go to the bathroom, and then I had this immediate feeling when I was in the bathroom, like, I need to get out there. Like, I need to go get this food.
Oh, no.
Like, right? It was weird. Like, I'm like, I need to go get there for the good food. Even though it's not going anywhere, but I need to get there.
So did you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I went and took a piss, and then I just went immediately to the food. So I went...
Asterisk, he said after washing his hands.
Yes, I did actually wash my hands. I didn't feel like I had to emphasize that, but since you did it, yes, I did. It's a buffet. I gotta wash my hands, dude. Yeah. I was hitting Purell every time I went to get up.
No. If you went to the bathroom, you need to wash your hands.
Yes.
That's the statement.
Yeah.
Only if it's a buffet.
So I go get my food, right?
Yeah, only if it's a buffet.
Only if it's a buffet, right? So I go make my first round, and...
Yeah. Can I ask you what you chose for your first round?
I kind of forgot, but let me explain. I got the soft crab. I got some...
Soft crab is you can eat the whole thing.
Soft crab is cheap as fuck, so they have like...
Yeah, but you eat the whole thing, right?
Got some shrimp. Got... I think I got like this certain type of like deep fried beef or whatever. It was pretty fucking good. Like little minuscule things.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all good. And then, I went and sat down. I went back, and the lady was like, because she had to go to the bathroom too. She's sitting there. She's like, I was waiting for you. I'm like, you don't wait at a buffet. You just go. Like, you just go. Like, unless you need me to protect you. Like, you just
every man for himself.
Yeah. We meet up here and talk in between shoveling food in the mouth.
Yes.
To then get up again.
100%. And then, so we're sitting there, we're eating. Everything was fine. But what I did was... Well, here's how I think you need to tackle a buffet.
Okay.
Which is predominantly an Asian buffet. Do not get rice or chow mein.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, just don't. You're gonna fill up on that, the rice and the chow mein.
I'd say a little bit of chow mein.
Nah, for me, like, I don't even order.
I have to try it. I have to see how their chow mein is.
Don't get me wrong; it's probably good because it's just noodles or whatever. But like, I didn't get any of that. I need extra room.
Got it. Yeah.
For more plates.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. The rest of the food was okay. I mean, no, actually, it was. Here's the biggest difference from the last time I went to this current time. It's almost better to go right before it gets busy or when it's busy because the rotation of fresh food is there.
Just coming out. Yeah.
Whereas if you go when it's fucking dead, it's just sitting there underneath a fucking heat lamp or steaming water. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, no complaints with the food. Truthfully.
Can I ask you what your plate count was?
Like 5.
Yeah, that's good. Is that including a dessert plate?
I didn't get the dessert because the soft serve looked like not good. The lady got some soft serve, but I went back.
Like soft turds.
Right. I went back for they had this like this egg custard like little cup thing that was just fucking so rich and delicious and amazing. Like you take one bite of that, you're like, "Fuck, dude!" I'm like, I gotta take a nap. So, actually, no complaints with the food because I know what I'm getting at a buffet. It's not like a brunch buffet where they fucking serve the snow crab and shit. But the individuals that went there, I could just judge all day.
Okay.
Like, so, right off the bat, like, I was the most fit person there.
Well, look, I'm going to say that's not a surprise.
Dude, I have people double-taking looking at me like,
you also throw off the curve.
I do.
It's a buffet.
But it's, I was to say, it's like, I don't know, like...
Hearing these people complain about where they sit was annoying to me.
Because they were too far away from the food?
I think so. A lot of people that waddle in there.
Interesting.
Me and Tanya were the minority.
But you said you were close to the buffet.
No, we were just too close. Like, I didn't care where the fuck we sat. We were sat more close to like the register. I mean, there was like obviously like a booth in whatever space, but like I saw like 4 people deny this spot like right here. No, we don't want to sit here. No, we don't want to sit here. I'm like, what's the fucking difference? And there's one white lady. Oh god, I can just tell like this is like fucking Stark Steakhouse to you. Like, we got a baby. Like, it's just gonna be in the way. I'm like, no, you just want to stay closer to the food, you lazy fuck. Like, get out of here. But
no, it's like in a buffet, right? Like, this is the part that
I don't care.
It doesn't fucking matter, right?
It doesn't matter
to me. I'll just say to me, but like, you actually want that because the more,
bless you,
the more you're actually getting up and walking around, it's like it's actually better for you to like eat more food. Like, you're not just sitting there and then like being in a caloric overload. Well, I mean, you're probably already in a caloric overload.
I was a caloric overload after the second plate. Like, I actually no. If you actually asked Tanya, I slowed down dramatically. Like, I was like, I don't know if I can do this, and she was like, "You got it."
Can I? That's so funny. Like, it's
like verbatim saying that shit.
Here's the thing with me, like, because it hits on the point that you made of like, I gotta get out there and get like the good food. There's something about being in a buffet where I feel like I have to eat my food quickly to then get to the next plate. But like, there's a fine balance between like, if you actually enjoy your food and you're eating it, like, you'll be fine. But like, it's through that process, just like shoveling it in and then like going to the next thing. I don't know. Like, it's weird.
My first plate was actually 2 plates. Because
is there any other way to do it at a buffet?
I made a plate. And then I went back. I got a second plate, and I got some soup. So I had like a little plate. So my first plate was actually 2 plates because I was like, and I'm not gonna lie, like Bert, just what you just said. I shoveled that food in so fast, like I'm not even sure if I got the taste or flavor.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I was missing out, and then I could go back and kind of like, all right, now that I got the stuff that I know I'm gonna 100% I'm gonna enjoy. Let me maybe a little venture into the deeper water. You know what? After all the food that was there, and it was a lot fresher than what I remember. Also, I think that they just raked in all the money through COVID, and they can afford fresher food. The fucking chicken wings. The chicken wings.
Really?
The chicken wings were fucking fire.
Little
chicken wings, bro. Like, I don't know what it was.
They were spicy or tasty.
They
or
were
crispy?
just fresh as fuck. Like, I just didn't know how to I'm like, this is insane. This is wild to me right now. Why am I... The only thing I can really remember of the flavor was the little chicken wings. And I was like, bro, probably because I don't eat them all the time. I don't know.
Sure.
But I will say what I saw people load up the most on
was chicken.
No, surprisingly not. The whole shrimp. They have like the little. They still have their antennas.
Their heads.
Everything.
Yeah.
I just rip off the head and eat everything. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna de-shell it. It's just so soft. But they had 2 versions of that. Correct. I literally saw just dudes just mound up piles of it and just sit there, take their time. I was like, bro, that's crazy to me. You're literally spent $20 just to eat some shrimp.
Yeah. Because people think it's like mini lobsters. It's just like, it's not.
They actually had crawfish there.
Interesting.
I didn't try the crawfish because, 1, I didn't think it was going to be good. 2, I just didn't think it was going to be good. And nobody was touching it. So if nobody's touching it, how long has it been sitting here?
Yeah.
Like, I can literally name, like, there was literally a dish that nobody fucking touched the whole time I was there. And it was whatever.
Broccoli.
No, the broccoli beef was pretty good.
I love
just
beef and chicken.
Well, the beef is still good. It's just nobody touched this certain whitefish that was there. Like, for whatever reason, they decided to throw some cheese on it, like, to spruce it up. Like, dude, it's sitting in fucking water with cheese on top. Like, no one's touching this. Like, what is
fish
this?
And cheese.
Like, ugh.
Yeah.
I saw one of the largest men I've seen in a long time. And he was probably like 6'5", big ass motherfucker. All he put on his fucking plate was chicken nuggets and fried shrimp. Like, that was it. Like, that was it, bro. Like, I was like, dude. Like,
chicken nuggets and fried shrimp.
Dude, the fried shrimp was good. I didn't try the chicken nuggets because it looks like dino bites.
Yeah, well, it's like you can get that fucking anywhere. Like,
not the fried shrimp, but I was just blown away. I'm like, bro, this is what you're doing? This is what you're getting? Like whatever. I'm here, so I guess
paid $20 for chicken nuggets and shrimp.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, it's not a bad price.
Dude was probably like $3.50. Like, But he was a big ass motherfucker, and I'm like, obviously this guy punched me in the face. I'm gonna go down. Like, but that's just what I. But at the end of the day, the food was adequate. The service was the only part about the service I didn't like is that they just kind of hoard napkins for whatever reason because most of that shit is finger food to me. The ribs were good. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, dude, it was like a 7. Before that was like a 4.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you gotta go when it's more busy. Don't go in a week.
I have a question.
Yes.
Buffet or Panda? You're thinking a lot more than I thought you would.
In the last episode, Randy recanted a little bit and said that you know what he took a little couple steps back from his anti-Panda.
This is true.
You know, I would say. Now, what's like?
I'm like on the edge of my seat.
What's weird is that Panda was filling with the smaller order, essentially.
Yeah.
Because the buffet is just a fuller order.
Yeah, but you said
I would say probably. Yeah, probably Panda over the buffet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
this is the perfect segue. Sorry, keep going.
The only downside is after you eat all that buffet food, it's kind of tears up your asshole.
Yeah, well, I can tell the story about how I just wrecked Joe Powell's bathroom after that In-N-Out day, but we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrecking assholes.
Yeah.
Interesting concept that Randy and I were talking about before we started recording, which is things tend to fall into 3 kind of distinct categories. And it's like 2 ends of it's like a spectrum. Savings, so you do something for like it's low cost. Convenience or quality, right? So you'll find that like, oh cool, I'm actually not going to spend a lot of money and on X food and I'm going to buy this lower end. Or like a very good example that I personally hold to is toilet paper.
I got a story about that.
Here's my thought.
Toilet paper.
Live your life however you want to when it comes to savings and convenience. But if you're going to spend quality on something, spend it on toilet paper. Because shitty toilet paper, pun intended, is the worst. Mm-hmm. It's terrible. And there's nothing that beats quality toilet paper. And like once you do that, you realize this is such an essential part of your life that you might as well have it be a positive experience. 100%. So like,
100%.
if you...
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
What do you consider top grade toilet paper?
I want you to answer that, Bert, and then I want to jump in because I was wanting to talk about toilet paper today. Without a doubt, I want to talk about toilet paper.
Okay. To me,
I want to know why
it's
you
about
talk about toilet paper.
The level of softness to layered ratio. So it needs to do the job, but it needs to be like soft, right? When it's doing it. So there's a certain thing where you're like, okay, cool. Like I don't want to get gross but like
I'll get gross. Do it.
Like nobody wants toilet paper to rip in the process of you doing that's like what it is, right?
That's terrible.
And yeah, but that's really thin quality toilet paper where they give you the illusion like, oh, look at this giant roll. But if it's like super thin, it's you have to like use a bunch of it, so like it's going faster, right? And then anything if you try to and it's just like rips, it's just like what the fuck is this, right? Nobody, because then at that point it has defeated the entire point of its existence, which is to prevent stuff from getting on your hands, right? So really good toilet paper, in my opinion, is something that has a really good balance. You told me. You said that. You said.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck you, Dalton. Really good toilet paper has a solid ratio, like balance between like softness, because you don't want to cause, an uncomfortableness with your bum, to like thickness, like layers of tissue, right? That is a little bit more expensive. A good a good brand or thing that's like in between quality and I'll just say it's like you can find certain toilet paper that's like bamboo toilet paper that you can find them like at Target or whatever. It is really good level of hitting like all the major qualities, right?
Yeah.
To the point where if you start to do this enough, you'll know when bad toilet paper shows up. Yes. And there's nothing worse than being like, fuck you. A really good test, I'm getting way too specific on this, but a really good test is toilet paper that you use when you're swimming, right? So if you're at a pool party or you're somebody's house, you're doing something, whatever, so your body is already physically wet. If you use really shitty toilet paper, that's when you're going to get that, like, here's a piece of toilet paper, and then like it comes back up just shredded like a grenade had gone off of, just like because your body's already wet and it's all moist. It is whatever. But like really good toilet paper is like you can do it and it's done its job, right? So all that's to say is respect the sanctity of your asshole. Treat it kindly. It is an important body part that serves an important body function.
Yes. Treat it well, and it will treat you well. Don't skimp on fucking toilet paper. Now let me add
End of my soapbox message.
Let me add to that. All right, so I normally buy good toilet paper. Like I just learned a while ago, like budget permitting. You know, like this is what I can find value in. But then you go to Food Max, and you're like, oh fuck, dude, there's like fucking Charmin for like $10. Let's go. I'll throw the lady under the bus. We were out of toilet paper, or we were nearing the finish line, and I'm like, "Hey, babe," she's like, "I'm at Costco or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, just grab some toilet paper." No big deal. She comes home with Scott's.
Oh,
and I'm like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, well, maybe Scott's has like a 2-ply or 3-ply, maybe whatever.
Ply. That's the word that I was thinking about. Yeah.
So
It's Costco.
I didn't try it
Kirkland.
yet.
Yeah, but there's because you're holding on to like the good quality that you have.
Because like there was still a roll upstairs.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, like out of the blue, like a week ago, she comes downstairs because here's a fresh roll. That's the worst toilet paper I've ever used in my life. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. It's see-through. It's 1-ply. This is tearing up my asshole. Like, you're like, what? Did you hear her say, shut up? Like, she's like, I'm like, what the fuck? And like, bro, like, we didn't even, like, we're going to finish the 2 rolls that we have that are actively being used. But when we went shopping on Sunday, I'm buying some fucking Charmin 3-ply. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck. We are buying some. She's like, yeah. And then so today, coincidentally, I was like, I was gonna bring this to work. I'm like, no, I don't want to put that on fucking Colin because I was bitching about his toilet paper, how it sucked. I put it out in the mailbox for free, and that's what we do for people. Someone already took it within like an hour.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Someone's hurt on cash or whatever. They here's some fucking shitty toilet paper. You'll regret it later. I was almost gonna take at your own risk.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's the stuff that it's like I'll take that stuff to like camping or whatever.
Oh god, it was so terrible.
But because you just like leave it in the outhouse and you're like, here, this is forever. But it's like it's garbage. It's not. It's literally not worth the.
No, that's what they use at like any fast food restaurant or something, like.
Yeah, but let's be real.
Like
unless you're on a road trip, nobody should be trying to use the bathroom at any sort of fast food establishment.
This is true.
Love's truck stops are really good though. They have really clean bathrooms.
I agree. Well, should we talk about the thing that we don't want to talk about, but I think everyone wants us to talk about, but maybe nobody wants us to talk about, but god damn it, I guess we have to talk about this.
So a needler having sniper range?
God damn it, dude. It's like, what the fuck? You like spent this entire time. I get it. It's like, here's the thing.
I did enjoy Kelly, and I'm going to say Kelly because that's her fucking name.
I don't know her, but yeah.
Blowing that girl's head off. Like, that was pretty
cool. But like, even then, it's like, sorry, we're talking about, if anyone doesn't know, I'm sorry, we fully transitioned to talking about Halo, the TV show, and how garbage it is. Dalton, I could go on a tangent. Randy could go on a tangent. I actually think the listeners would love to hear your tangent, or not, your thoughts on the Halo show. Because your text message had me, like, in tears, cracking up.
Yeah, so it didn't make sense. Okay, so the whole show, the first episode, the reason why I was so,
because you liked it.
I was so for it. The first, like, fighting combat scene of the first episode, super cool. They had all the Covenant, they had the rifle, the pistols, they had everything, and it was really, I thought it was good. It was done, well done. And then each episode just started taking a worse and worse turn, and none of it felt like Halo. None of it. I was pretty stoked when Cortana came on, because she was kind of cool and a little cool ad addition. And then the little story arc with that chick who was at the beginning or whatever, and her whole, like, clan people died, and I don't know, like we all talked about, it just had that expanse feel. And it made no sense. And like I said before, I've never watched a show that had so much going on but felt like nothing at the same time.
Garbage.
Like,
I like this side of you, Dalton. You're giving more. I like it
more. So the fighting scene at the end, I don't know, I think it lasted maybe 5 minutes. Maybe they maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I'm gonna say 5 minutes because that's all it felt like.
It felt like 5 minutes. I'll say that. It felt like
the whole episode. They're gearing up for, like, this huge, intense battle. Master Chief's like, "Don't send the Marines, or we'll lose 10,000 people." But there's four Master Chiefs, but Master Chief and whatever the other Spartans. 4 Spartans are gonna go in and kill all of these people, which 3 of the Spartans ended up, getting killed by one sticky bomb. Master Chief died, which was stupid because he didn't have to, because immediately after he died, here comes the ship and destroying all of the people. Like, literally, Cortana stands him up, and then here comes the ship attacking all the people.
I said thank you.
No, I said thank you.
Oh, Bert said thank you.
Oh,
I me too.
And Dalton. No love, Dalton.
Nobody cares about that.
No love, Dalton.
Anyways, it was dumb. It was just really dumb. It made no sense, and I felt like, I don't know if you guys noticed this, or maybe it was just me, but some of the scenes when Master Chief's fighting the big
Brutes?
gorilla dude, yeah,
The brutes.
it almost looked like it was made in, like, I don't think it was Unreal Engine 5. It just looked like a video game.
Yeah, but, like, not in a cool way.
No. It didn't even look like good CGI. It just looked like a weird 3D.
I didn't mind that brute fight scene when he was fighting them as himself.
I hated it.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I really didn't.
It's just dumb because, like, here was the realization. Sorry, not to cut you off, Randy.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
Here's the realization that I got to after watching that episode. I was like, oh, this show makes so much more sense now, because the show plays, like, the way that the show unfolds. If they were playing it as a video game, they're playing on easy. They're playing on easy mode.
Yeah.
And so, like, as soon as I realized that, because, like, anytime he fights, like, anytime the show tries to be like, and Master Chief's badass, they, like, do all this stuff that I'm like, this is kind of dumb, though. He's playing on easy. It's not that I don't expect Master Chief to be able to, like, go in a room and do, like doing all this crazy stuff, but, like, he's doing things that are, like, on a level that, and maybe it's just, like, the way that it's presented with, like, the CG. It's just dumb. It's just, like, really dumb. Like, he's, like, fighting, like, the brutes, and he's, like, the hammers, and they're grabbing the things, they're doing all this stuff, and I'm like, in my head I go, Yeah, I never did that in the games. Like, and like there'd be like cutscenes where he would do stuff that was cool, and I'm like, yeah, but it always still felt like in my head, Master Chief has still always been. He's a fucking in a giant suit of armor that's like that weighs like 3,000 pounds or whatever. So like, I don't imagine. I never in like the games do I get like a double jump where I'm like flying around fight. Like if I got into the fights, maybe it's just because of the difficulty of Halo that I've been playing on, but like I'm like, no, this is dumb, right? And like there's cool moments that could have been like them. Like I know I'm tangential and I'm not being clear. I think back to what's the Truth and Reconciliation, right? The third Halo level where you're with all the Marines with sniper rifles at night moving towards the Covenant.
Well, basically everybody dies and it's just you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at keeping my Marines alive. But that's a different story.
All right.
I mean, I've kept every Marine alive for the entire game, so
no fucking way.
You go, but it's very
There's
tactical.
no video, I don't believe it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck. Like,
I guess I'm booting up my Master Chief collection, too.
I'm about to be like...
And you can, like... Yeah, dude, actually, it's really cool because you can get them, but the dumbest thing is they don't... I don't need to go into it. So, no, I will go into it. I will go into it because you've now caused me to go into this. You can have all of your Marines survive in Truth and Reconciliation. Sorry, let me... back it up a second. Let me finish this point that I was going to make, and then I'll go into the tangential thing. So, in Truth and Reconciliation, you start off the level, you're with Master Chief, he hates his sniper rifle, let's fucking earn our pay, boys, and, like, everyone, like, goes. And, like, it's very slow, it's very tactical, like, it is fucking, like, it's a military op, right? Like, Spartans are supposed to be, like, these spec op dudes, right? They're able to do all this crazy stuff when it happens, but, like, there's a quasi-military feel to it, right? Nothing in the new show has ever made me feel like it's been like this could actually happen. It's always been like, oh, this is like crazy. They're like superhero weird shit doing things.
Yeah.
And so like there was no, despite them trying to present it, there never felt like there was a tactics used ever, like tactfulness in like any of their actions. So like they're like fucking sniping these grunts, and then like the fact that like Dalton calls it, the fact that some like dudes get hit with a sticky grenade, and I'm like, oh well, you're fucking just blown apart, you're dead. And it was just like, oh, and I'm like, no, you're dead, you're fucking dead. We've seen this before. Like, what the fuck, right? 1 second, and then I'll give it to Dalton. It's just weird. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's just I know. It's dumb. Asterisk, pause. You can literally get every single Marine to survive Truth and Reconciliation. You go into the base, you keep them in there, you have to like really fuck. It's hard because there's the invisible leaks that literally will like.
You're playing a fucking normal.
Kill them. No, fuck you. No, I've never. No.
Bro, I've never been able to keep any elite alive.
This is heroic.
Like,
this is heroic.
Okay.
I'm not saying legendary. This is heroic.
Okay,
right?
fine.
You can, but you have to like snipe the fucking cloaked elites as soon as they come out. Literally, it's story mode. Like if you don't do anything, it's the guy's like, oh, I think they're all gone, and then he like dies. Right? You have to be on top of your game. You can keep every fucking Marine alive. You literally get to the point right before you go into the last corridor to save Captain Keyes. They go, we'll hold up here, sir. You go forward, and I'm like, all right, sweet. I had like all these Marines here. This is awesome. You go in to save Captain Keyes. When you come out, they're all dead. Because that's when like the game basically goes, cloaked elites killed them all. And it's the dumbest fucking shit. Because like I got them to survive that far, and then like the game literally was just like, no, they're all dead. Anyways, Dalton, your point.
I can't remember.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was talking about like the tact. The game.
I'm still skeptical on you keeping all these Marines alive.
I have literally done assault to the control room, the snow level. I have kept every single fucking Marine alive to the very end, where there's like a swarm of green, and there's a point where they go, "Cool, you go on, we'll hold here," and it's like 9 or 10 Marines just like chilling. I'm like, this is the fucking dopest shit. I'm not saying I do it all the time, but I have done it where I've kept every single dude alive because I fucking reload it. I'll reload it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep you alive, and it's the fucking sickest shit because like
you're making me want to just revamp fucking Halo 1 right now.
You know, in Assault to the Control Room at the very end where it's like the last part outside where you're like down below those steps.
Yeah.
And it's just like you do like that final like push up, and then you attack. It was the dopest fucking shit, right? Because it's the part where like the tank won't go in any further, right? You literally climb up, and it's just like 9 Marines come over with you, and you're just like storming it. You have to be on point to like fire rockets at the turret, take everything out as quickly as you can. Like you have to prioritize the targets that are going to kill the Marines. But it's the sickest shit because there's 2 guys that have sniper rifles, and one of them is from the very beginning. You find another one there, and like I think there's one dude with a rocket launcher. And it's just like, dude, it's the dopest shit, dude. It's so cool. It feels like you're just like, come on, Marines, and like everyone goes.
Can I really quick before Randy goes? Can I touch on the sticky bomb?
Mm-hmm.
And whenever they just decided to
Cauterize the wounds.
Cauterize her wounds.
A basic open.
Like that's just gonna fix the internal damage.
Yeah, it's just fucking dumb.
It's like, is she gonna make it or whatever he said? And then he just walks over with the blowtorch.
Her chest is literally blown open. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
this'll heal it.
I wish the game had been like med pack, and you just heard that, and it would have been fine. I would have been like, all right, sure, fuck you.
That would have been more believable.
I would have given the show more props if they had been like med pack, magical heal.
So
I don't know.
Go ahead.
My biggest gripe at the end is that Master Chief died, so Cortana could take over his body.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But then all of a sudden the ship comes in, blows up all the Covenant, and
because it's Cortana controlling it.
Huh?
Cortana's controlling the dropship, the Pelican at the end.
Oh, is she?
The Falcon.
Well, that's what my assumption is. Like, she finally takes control and is able to be like, all right, now I'm fucking God mode and able to, like, call in the dropship.
Cortana's
because there's no pilots.
But couldn't she do that before?
Yes, that's my point. She probably could have done that before.
Like, why do you have to be Master Chief to do that? And then Master Chief, she didn't even save the other Spartans.
No,
you're right. That was the best and walked away.
Yeah, you were like, she just walks away and leaves them there. I was like, damn, dude, Dalton's absolutely right.
So, like, why did he have to die? I mean, well, I get it, so he could touch the artifacts, but...
Well, he didn't die, he just gave up control. He gave up control, and even though Cortana was lying to him, saying, like, I can't do it, no, I can't really do that, even though she was full of shit, he was like, I know you can.
Yeah, but doesn't he have to die for her to take over?
No, he just has to give up his subconscious to, basically, for her to take over his body and just actually be Master Chief.
Yeah, but that's like... I don't know what the right word is. I think it's called fucking dumb.
That's a good one, by the way. It's basically like this astral projection, like either which way. Let me start my rant.
Yeah, please.
Spartan 124, or I don't want to say it, like the African American Spartan. That was that was more Halo. That was more Master Chief in my eyes than Master Chief.
Dude, yeah, he was legit.
He was pretty cool. I like how he was just so like on the point. Also, if you realize the show, he has a change of heart. It did take out his fucking inhibitor chip.
Yeah. No, I know.
He was like, yeah,
okay,
yeah. We're gonna do it this way. I'm like, all right, this guy's pretty fucking mean. Like, he'll fucking shoot at a motherfucker.
You've literally told me this entire. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to. Keep going. Preach, son. Preach.
I didn't like the fact like we're gonna try to keep it subtle. In the beginning, sniper shot, like there's a fucking silencer on it. The next shot, no silencer. I'm like, okay, well, all right, well,
there goes that.
You're there. Long range needler, super lame,
dude. It is.
And they were shooting like one at a time.
It is unreal the level of disconnect. Like that, I don't know why that was the moment where I was just like, fuck you. Like, I felt that way for the show for the longest time. But the fact that, like, we're talking about, like, the equivalent it was of like across the map. This is like literally having a needler across the map. I don't care which version of a needler you're using, because some of them have been more accurate than other ones throughout the series. That's fine, right? Literally across the map. And they took the time to be like, beep, like, do the pink explosion. And I'm like... Yeah, but that's fucking dumb. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's... Oh, I heard it.
I understand they didn't want to be on par with the games, but
343
this is
signed
like a
off
whole
on
different level.
I don't know if that's true.
But also, 343 was probably like, we're getting paid, so I don't really give a shit.
That's the thing is, I think they probably. Well, I don't know. I don't know this. They could have been like, fuck it, I don't care. Give us the money, fucking showtime.
There was a review from one of the original creators of Halo, and he was like, "Well, this isn't the Halo I created."
Yeah,
but he didn't.
It's not.
He didn't rag on it, and I think solely I think he was disgusted with it, but he didn't rag on it solely because it's like, I don't want to fracture a relationship or whatever. But but he said, like, this isn't the Halo I created, verbatim. Continuing the rant.
Right, keep going.
Sorry.
The sticky bomb thing was kind of threw me off guard. Where she's stuck, she should die, but now two people are injured all of a sudden. Chest is blown wide the fuck open, which I thought was pretty cool. At the end of the day, I'm like, oh yeah, she's fucking
visually,
dead.
yeah, it was yeah.
I didn't dislike the first brute scene. I didn't dislike it. I was like, all right, like at the end of the day, when you're Master Chief playing the game, you're fighting a brute. All you really are doing is just shooting him from afar or shooting him quite close range. You're not actually getting physical. I kind of understood that part.
Yeah, but I do enjoy going up to brutes and being like da 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 da, and then like the final thing is a swag.
Yeah,
I enjoy
you get
killing
that
them.
swag off. If you get that, you can get that swag off. Name of your sex tape. That's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, by the way. Title of your sex tape. I thought Master Chief going. I haven't even gotten to the disgusting part yet, which made me almost vomit. That happened way earlier in the show, the episode. Master Chief somehow just
trying to think
going on pause and visiting the Halo ring with the fucking blonde girl was so just dumb. It was just what?
It paints this weird picture of Master Chief that it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I get what they're doing. They're like showing his past and trying to make him more sensitive, I guess. I don't know.
It took him 5 fucking games to show that Master Chief had emotions. They're trying to do it in one season, by the way.
Yeah.
And Bert, I don't know where you're at with Halo 6, but Halo 6 touched on...
I beat it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It touches on his emotions, a lot. Or, more in depth, I would say. And I'll say it again.
They do a really good job. Sorry, go ahead. They say again.
I'll say it again, like I said it before. There was a scene where she was like, the new AI chip asked Master Chief, you want to talk about it? He was like, not really. No, I don't want to talk about it. But then, in that moment, you're like, oh man, he's going through the shit right now.
Yeah.
His best friend / non-existent lover that probably
I'd say significant other, Cortana, who we all know he loves and also had his back basically through all the Halo games, isn't there. Whereas you have this fucking nonchalant Cortana that's like, I can take over your body and I can kill everybody because all of a sudden I just know and I'm a master tactical person and I can do everything. But you might not be able to come back. I'm like, all right, well, that kind of defeats Halo, in my opinion, but whatever. I'll just continue to watch. See, I don't think I am. I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it to rant about it.
Yeah,
I could probably make a series about it. Now, Halsey is Miranda Key's mother.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So then it's not that disgusting then.
What's not that disgusting?
Because I thought I'm like, they're just throwing shit in there. Because I didn't realize that's what I said in the text message. I said, if it's not accurate, I'm disgusted. If it is, then it's my fault.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's accurate. But it's more implied than I think ever really communicated, but I could be wrong. Yeah, because Keyes does. So that's the thing. That whole storyline of Keyes going with.
Is that the only thing that's accurate about Halo, the show? And also, Soren's probably my favorite character.
Soren is dope.
I like Soren. I like how he. She's like Soren. Like, I don't know.
He's
how
just like,
else to
all right,
say. He's like, all right, dude, I'm doing this for the money. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Even though he gets shot in the neck, still lives.
Yeah. There's so much.
So much to unpack.
Let me ask you a question. You can be very candid.
Sure.
If the show had not been called Halo, would you have enjoyed it?
No, because it would be a copyright of fucking Halo.
I mean,
well, that's what I was gonna say. Is it still like, are we adjusting weapons, vehicles, looks?
Take all of the aesthetic out of it,
mm-hmm.
and just be like, it's a story about
some generic
humans
space guns and
fighting
stuff.
aliens in the future. They have super soldiers. All the stuff's not, solely owned by fucking Halo. See my fucking giant space marines, right? So like humans fighting aliens, and there's super soldiers that are like taken at birth or young age. Again, that's not solely a thing that Halo's not the only one that's done that, etc., etc. Right? Take all the aesthetic out and be like,
either which way, like I would still relate it to Halo, unless I could somehow twist it in my head and be like, this is a shitty Anthem fucking show.
That's my thing. Is I think for me, I can see a version of this where I like took all that out, stripped all of it of the Halo-ness, and I'd still be like, this is really dumb. I compare that to Solo, a Star Wars story, where if they had just not done Han Solo and like made different changes to it, where it was just like a completely different character, fucking give me Dash Rendar, and like here's the stuff. I've been like, you know what? I kind of fucking enjoyed this movie, but because they specifically skinned it this way, I don't like it because it's dumb. So I can acknowledge a movie that I don't like, that if they'd done something differently, I would have probably liked it. Halo, I just think as a show is written very poorly and it's fucking
terrible.
Dumb.
They could have pretty much summed it up in like 3 episodes.
There was a lot of episodes that were pointless. Especially...
They didn't even get to 10 episodes. They couldn't
They
even pull out 10 fucking episodes.
I'm not going to lie. Most shows that are of this caliber, I'm doing air quotes, are either 8 or 10. Or 6. 9's an odd number. Which it really is. The worst episode...
It really is. It legit.
The worst episode, the Mystic episode.
Yeah.
That pissed me off to no degree. It made no sense. I'm like, why are we seeing the Allspark in a fucking crate on some fucking desolate place where he's supposed to be buried underneath the fucking... Like, it made... That episode actually triggered me. Like, it made no fucking sense.
They never did follow up on that.
No, why would they?
No.
You're right. No. You're right. Why would they?
Oh, that... Yeah.
It's just bad. God, it's bad. All right.
One last thing for me. Sorry.
The
Admiral chick.
Oh my god.
Her smug face at the end just was like the icing on the cake on how much I did not enjoy it.
Exactly. It's a wannabe Expanse. I'm like, look, some other Indian lady has already ruled the universe and has dominated, even though I hate her voice. But you're trying to walk in her shoes, in my opinion, and it's just...
I can't believe you don't like her voice. I love her.
She smoked like 80,000 cigarettes before she was 12. Like, that's how I view it.
I love it.
God!
Talk to me.
I'm with Bert.
Maybe it's because...
Tell me everything.
And I like her, too. I think she's a good actor.
Yeah, me too.
She's corrupt in my eyes. Like, she's not... She's
in
not
the story.
Like,
Is she, though?
Yo, are we going to talk Expanse right now? Like, I'm just like...
Now we're talking Expanse.
Like, I can...
I
was gonna because I don't like that character for shit.
Got it.
She pisses me off.
Can we segue into a small little discussion?
Actually, her husband's in Orville season 1.
Who?
The Indian guy. in episode 2 when they were on the.
It was like the scientist with like the thing that
like the thing that like causes like
it like grows or speeds up time. And stuff.
Yes, we just watched it.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, all right.
I like that show, and so I remember it. It's crazy how if you enjoy something, it's actually cool, and you go, oh yeah, that thing I like. Anyway, sorry, Dalton. Transition.
Oh, you're fine. You guys ever watch a show and there's like a last season, but you don't want to watch the last season because you don't want it to end?
I've done that with video games.
This is me with The Expanse right now.
Really?
I really want to watch it, but at the same time, I don't want to watch the 6th season because I don't know.
You don't need to, but then for me to talk about it with you, you should fucking watch it.
I was just
saying, I'm gonna
yes.
rewatch the entire show first.
I think I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing because we want to do this on the podcast, like a Expanse RPG.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it'd be really helpful for me to like remember.
I really only need to watch seasons 1 through 4. The season 1 was the only one that kind of I didn't like grasp to like. Right
I know.
away.
I need to rewatch it
because I didn't like the fact like the whole detective thing or whatever. Like I felt like the show was really still trying to find itself, as Bert would say. And but when you get past like the first like 6 or 8 episodes of Expanse, you're like, oh shit, okay.
Things start kind of
it gets like way more interesting, and then like you're season 4, you're like, oh my god, like what? And then Amazon ruins it with season 5 and 6.
See, I didn't mind 5. I did not mind it.
I minded 5 so bad, and I minded 6 even more. Also, probably because they kill. Where are you at, Bert? In Expanse.
I haven't watched the Amazon stuff either.
Yeah, but what?
They killed off a guy, and it was like I was like, well, that was one of my favorite characters. I don't know if I want to watch this.
Yeah,
Amos is my favorite character, but I just when they
I really really like Amos, but I'm not. At least as far as the 5th season, he seems like he was kind of going in a weird direction.
Yeah, watch season 6.
Oh no!
Damn it!
Amos is my favorite character, 100%. He was just like this, like. Also, he's jacked. Like what we notice.
I don't even think he's that jacked.
Dude, he's
though.
like you see him in the well. No, you see him banging that girl in season 4, bro. Like,
he's a bigger dude, but
no, I mean for me, I'm like, all right, if I was gonna be on this ship, I don't want to be captain. It was weird, like, you know. Here's a side topic. If you see yourselves at a show, do you want to be like the main guy, or do you want to be like this guy, or whatever? Like, I could see myself being Amos. Like, yo, look, I'm here. I'm helping out. I'm talking. I know how to fix the ship. I can handle this gun, but also I can beat the fuck out of anybody. But, you know, I don't want to lead anybody. But just tell me what to do.
Yeah, that's what I liked about him is, like, he checked off, like, all the boxes, and what I really liked about it, he has, like, zero emotion. And he's like, I'll kill you. I don't care.
He has, well, dude, yeah. And, like, fucking, like, what's at the end of season 4? Like, fuck.
The
wild.
best.
That was a good season. That was a great season.
Was that the season where he killed the doctor dude or whatever? And he's like, he said he'll let me live. And he's all, or no. He was like, what's his name? I think Alex was about to kill him or something. And then he goes, this isn't who you are.
That was
and he walks out.
That was a tough fucking episode, by the way. That might have been like season 3.
Well, I think Alex is probably my favorite character.
Alex is great, by the way.
It's slowly like continue to suture in because he's kind of like that. Yeah. Anyways,
but Dalton, to what you were saying, Amos says you're not that guy.
Yeah, he walks out and the guy's like, "Oh, thank you.
I'm that guy."
Yeah, then Amos was like, "I'm that guy."
Boosh. Ugh. But no, I think it was at the end of season 4 where he gets like half of his hand blown off and his leg blown off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. He was like, oh fuck. Not like kind of like tripping, but not tripping because we'll just grow it back.
It's fine.
Whatever. We're in space.
It's not Walking Dead. You're fine.
We'll fix it. It's fine. But like when his ass got shot the fuck up, like I was like, oh my god, dude, I can't watch it. I'm not gonna watch any more seasons. Oh, man, it just starting Expanse again. But there's so many good shows I need to watch. I need to watch Community again. Orville starting up.
I'm doing my Community rewatch, but I want to answer.
so much
Obi-Wan starts tomorrow.
Does it really start tomorrow?
Yeah, it's the 27th.
I don't have Disney Plus, so I might have to sign up.
What?
Do you want my login?
Maybe. Dalton, I want to answer your
Yes.
question though.
What
Do
question?
you remember? What question? You're like, what show have you like been reluctant to watch the last season
To finish.
it? My number one option is going to be something that Dalton disagrees with,
Ooh. I like disagreeing.
and it's not the last season. It's like the last episode, and I'm curious if Randy can figure out what it is.
I don't even know what it is. Should I know what it is?
It's a show that you don't like or didn't get into, and it's a cartoon.
Ooh, I know. I know what you're talking about. It falls with the gravity.
It does. It does.
All right, well, let's jar the mess, guys. Thank you.
Jar the mess, everybody.
Click.
What?
Yep.
Sorry, I was looking at titties on social media.
Why would you say that out loud?
Focus.
Why would you say that out loud?
Because it's the truth.
Well, you know what? Actually, you know what? Always speak the truth, even if it leads to your death.
Yo, it's just like some
Pew,
death
pew.
light in Elden Ring. You just gotta go
Well,
for it.
I was trying to transition into Kingdom of fucking Heaven that you finally watched.
Oh, yeah, I did watch that. Did you watch
But
that?
before we get there,
I haven't watched it.
Dalton said, "What is a show that you were reluctant to watch the last season of because you didn't want it to end?" And I said, "It's not a show,
Be cold.
a season. It's just the last fucking episode, and it's Gravity Falls." The first time I watched Gravity Falls, I got to the very last episode, and I was just like, "I don't want this to end."
You
But I
never
knew
watched
that-
the end?
No, I did. I ended up
Oh,
watching it,
okay.
but I'm saying like you get to that point where you don't want to watch the end because you know that it's over.
It wasn't a show. It actually was GTA 5.
Ooh.
I got to the
interesting.
last story, and I know there was, in this one with 360, there was so much that has to be done still, whatever. I just didn't do it because I didn't want it to end. Granted, now that what I know now that GTA never ends, it's a little different, but I never beat GTA 5. But GTA 5,
You never actually beat it?
I never actually beat it because I was like, I don't want this to end, bro. Like, I just dumped, like, I don't know.
But
how
the thing
many
about GTA 5 is it doesn't end.
That's what I'm saying. Now I've done this multiple times actually with Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Like, I'll go replay the game, dump like 90 hours into it or however many hours, conquer the fucking game, and I just won't do the end because it makes me sad.
I am yet to beat Elden Ring. Pretty much for that reason.
Because you don't want to,
Well,
or you
all right,
can't.
Dalton. Let me just help you out there.
I don't
You
want
already
to.
initiated the end game. Just do it. You can't do much more shit because you initiated the end game.
True.
Just do
That's
it,
what I
dude.
heard.
Just do it. It starts your journey 2 where you're OP, you're good, everything's great. I was playing some Elden Ring today, just doing some PvP, and yeah, of course I'm getting like
See-
double teamed and triple teamed, but I did get a kill.
I'm afraid though, if I beat it, I'm not
No,
gonna
you
play
keep
it
playing,
again.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to replay games. It has to really, really, really.
But you're beating a game at like 50%.
Yeah.
Can I talk about video games for a second?
Sure.
Please.
Actually, no.
always-
Well,
no.
I don't want
it's
to.
fine.
No. But Randy was gonna say something, and I forgot what it was. He was like, "Well, all right, then I'm gonna talk about video games." Sorry.
Video.
Can we
games.
talk about video games and AI and playing video games where the AI fucking cheats?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Because when I say that, a game immediately comes to my fucking head, and I hate it, but I love it at the same time. But
Halo
it's
2
fucking
Legendary.
cheats. That's my runner-up. My runner-up
Damn
is
it.
Halo 2 fucking Legendary, because that's a game where it's like, fuck you. You literally come around a corner, headshot from a fucking jackal sniper. You're just dead. It doesn't matter. It's not actually
Like,
part of the
you just
game.
gotta
It's
try
just
to
triggers.
get to the ground.
Dude,
Which it's
it's-
a little easier. And it's
Yeah,
not
but
that easy. I've
but
never
it's like-
actually beat Halo 2 on Legendary.
It's tough.
I've
It's
never
tough.
done it.
I've beaten all the other games multiple times on Legendary. I think I've only beaten Halo 2 like once or twice.
So I started to play again. Was it last night
Halo?
when we played? I know what you're talking about. Age of Empires.
Oh, Age of Empires, the game that fucking AI cheats. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started to play
Describe my
again, and at first I thought they had 6 people without any houses,
What if he falls out?
but I think they only had 5. Because you start with 4, right?
You start with 3.
3, but you go up to 5 without building a house.
Mhm.
So, because I was like, I did open map and I was spying on them and shit. And yeah.
Were you gonna bring your other computer over so I can play AOE with the guys?
Yeah.
Because you're not good at keyboard.
Oh shit! Oh!
What did she say?
She
Yeah.
said he's not very good with keyboard.
Can I link my Xbox Series X controller via Bluetooth and play AOE with you guys?
No. I don't
Why
think
would
so.
you
Wait,
both
do it
say that consecutively?
A controller?
My
won't-
thing is this.
No, I use controllers. It probably looks like I'm not using a controller on my streams, but I use some fucking controllers.
I hear what you're saying,
God damn it.
but can somebody please call a paramedic, because I think I've witnessed 3rd-degree burns.
I don't want to hear it. I'm not gonna lie, I want to get more involved with the games with you gents.
So can I transition to the last thing then?
Sure.
Evil Dead the game.
That's on Play Pass, right? Like I can use my controller.
Play
on my
Bash?
Xbox?
What is Play Bash? Yeah, it's Xbox.
Yeah, I can use my Play
It's
Pass.
X. It's cross.
Or Game Pass.
Oh, Game Pass. I don't think it's on Game Pass.
You want me to pay for things? Like this is crazy.
I kind of do, and
I
I
don't pay for
want you to pay for something that is, I would say, arguably at face value, not worth the money, but beyond face value is.
Like there's a tear in my eye right now, right?
It's $40 for the game, and literally the game is like a handful of missions and multiplayer. That's all it is.
It almost sounds like World War Z that you
Yes,
Dalton
it's
completely
basically
abandoned.
it's basically World War Z. It's basically World War Z, but
Accurate.
Evil Dead. And the entire game is asymmetrical. So it's 4 people are survivors, 1 person is the demon. And like they all have to like go around the map trying to find the pieces of the puzzle to like banish the demon. It is incredibly fun. And I've been playing it pretty much any night that I'm not recording or doing something else. Playing Age of Empires with Dalton. It's super fun. So think about it, because it is, I think, could be potentially something that we all play, because we don't play Halo. I bought Halo. I bought the season pass. As soon as I bought the fucking season pass, no one played with me, and I beat the entire fucking season pass.
Did you
by
beat
my
the
goddamn
second season pass?
No, I didn't buy it because you guys aren't playing. So
Well,
why
I
the
bought
fuck-
it and I played like 2 rounds and then I just went back to Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's why I didn't buy it, because I knew you wouldn't.
Because I don't think I'm going to get back into Halo, and this sounds really bad, until co-op is actually a thing.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for co-op.
Once co-op's there, like I'll be like, all right, let's go. I'll record everything. Somehow I can record Halo, crazy PvP matches, and everything, like going at fast frame rate, but I can't record fucking Elden Ring at my house. It makes no sense. Like that's another rant. I need a new computer. I need a Surface.
Could probably be the internet connection, I assume.
That could be it, but the problem is where there's the defunct. I've got the Xbox Companion app, which is the original app. That's whatever. That's what I use to record. And then there's the Xbox app, which is the newer one that can host the Series X. Xbox Companion says Series X will not record. Xbox Companion, I can't move for shit on either at work or at my house. And with the X or the One. So I don't know what I think it's the computer, the laptop at that point. but I can record fucking Halo, which moves at like a crazy 10 times more rate with way more action going on, which blows me away. Any hoot, because we're kind of getting there in time. I mean, we've ranted enough about Halo and buffet fixings. Let's give like 15, 20 minutes of LOTR.
Yeah, can we talk about Lord of the Rings for a minute?
Yeah, so you know what? I really didn't like that episode of Halo. No, I'm kidding. Let's go.
Let's go, dude. Master Chief got fucking laid. All right.
Honestly, that was so terrible.
It's not that it was terrible. It was
I fast
fucking
forward
terrible.
through it. I was like, I don't even want to see this.
Like, it was so
version
bad.
of
Like,
Master
the
Chief.
best part of that episode was the fucking shapeshifter getting blasted by Kelly. And it's not even Kelly.
I thought that was dumb. Honestly, here's the thing.
I very much enjoyed that part, honestly.
This show at this point made that character the most interesting to me.
Okay, let's just dive into LTR. Because, like, that character pissed me off.
All right. Last we left our heroes. Y'all were making your character sheets. You've gone through the process of choosing your species, your race, right? Dalton, I think you're going with Hobbit.
Jay, listen to this.
Randy, I believe you're going with Rohan Man.
Rohan.
You've both chosen your classes, right? So the next big thing is to figure out your stats, right? And so your stats are very similar to in the zombie game that we played, where you had like your dexterity and your charisma and all that stuff, where like that determines what dice rolls were successful. This is very similar. Yeah. Pull it up.
For anybody that watches the stream, there's 2 pages.
We'll have to actually post it.
Yeah,
first.
well, I mean, that's assuming you will.
I won't.
Keep going.
Yeah, player guide. Oh, I thought I had this all up.
I don't even have a character name yet.
Well, that's fine. That's like the last thing. Don't worry about that. That's like the last thing. If you're gonna come up with a cool Rohan name, what would it be?
I don't know.
See, I'm thinking a bunch of like Roman names, which isn't Rohan. So your stats.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I might just take the name that I put in that book that I haven't written for 2 months or since February.
Honestly, view this as an opportunity to like inspire you to like start thinking.
Like
about stuff,
I've been thinking about where I was writing, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, I'm literally in like this pause space," and it's like, this is probably why. Honestly, J.R. Martin, whatever his fucking name is, George R. Martin. He probably fucking took like 20 years to write Game of Thrones. Like, what do you think? But I have a name. Yeah, I got a name. I'll fucking just write it down. Shit.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay, so you have different abilities. You have strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Strength is how strong your person is. This is going to be the higher this number is, the stronger your person is. Think about using swords and climbing over stuff and doing things like that.
Axes.
Dexterity is how well your hand-eye coordination is. So this is going to be how well you're shooting bows.
It's like Elden Ring.
It's very much like Elden Ring. Having never played Elden Ring, sure. So the higher that you are on this, if you're going to like be an archer character, you want high dexterity. Constitution is how like physically strong you are. So like your like physical health. Higher constitution you are, it's going to actually determine like your wound points. It's also going to be like stuff for like how well can you like resist poison, and like can you survive in the snow for like long periods of time, like that kind of hardiness level of your character, right? Intelligence is connected to like, think of it as like book smarts, right? Like how well is your character like learned in the universe and the lore of Lord of the Rings, right? So you might be like a really high intelligence character is going to be able to know a lot of things about stuff, right? Wisdom is more like, if intelligence is book smarts, wisdom is more like street smarts.
It's like our
how
faith.
wise is your character, right? Are you able to like discern things? So if somebody who has high intelligence might be like, oh, I know that, you know, this how to solve these really crazy math problems. But then like gets conned by a street artist, right? A wisdom would be like, I sense that you're actually not a good person, right? It's wisdom is more connected to
being old.
Yeah, sure, great. And then charisma is how well people like you, right? So it's how charismatic are you, right? Higher charisma you have, the easier it is to like do things where you're doing stuff that's like on show, right? So all of you start off at a score of 8 on all of these. So just put, you don't write it in the sheet yet, but like write off on a scratch piece of
Oops,
paper.
I already did.
Oh,
Kidding.
8. Oh, thank goodness.
So you say we start on 8 on all of them?
On all of them, right? Then you have 27 points to spend to increase this. This is just like in the zombie game that we played, where you could like spend points to increase your stuff. That's what you're doing, right? So if you wanted a score of 13 in something, that's going to cost you 5 points, right? Well, sorry, it's yes. So that's yes. So the higher these things are, they're going to have this, the better, right? Because they're going to have like modifiers. So the cool thing is like you can look here at strength, and you can look at all the different skills, and you can see all of the things that use strength. So strength uses athletics, and strength uses athletics. That's the only skill, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude.
You can look at charisma. That might be a better one.
Charisma
right?
actually has a lot.
Has a lot. Deception, intimidation, performance, persuasion, right? The modifiers that come from the higher these skills are is going to affect this. You will still be able to increase all of these skills. This is the modifier isn't the only thing that adds a plus to this, but it helps, right? Think about what type of character you're playing, right? So, Randy, a really good one is like animal handling is wisdom. Well, if you're a rider of Rohan and you want to be really good with like riding horses, you might actually want to have pretty high wisdom, because that's connected to that, right? You've been like, I wouldn't have chosen that, but like, okay, cool. But like, are you going to be a character that really uses weapons like swords and stuff? Oh. Well, then you want high strength. You might not want necessarily high dexterity. You don't want any of these numbers to be low. Potentially, maybe you do if you want to spend it, if you just want to jack one of these up, right? But these skills will help determine basically any time you roll a dice, the better your ability score is for things connected to that, it's going to be better for you, right? It's not the only thing, but it will be better for you. So yeah, go ahead.
No, you're finished.
No, so just like, so with that in mind, knowing the points that you have, right? So if like, cool, it costs 1 point to go from 9, it costs 2 points to go to 10, right? Like you can like start to, so ultimately if you wanted 12 here, that would be, let me double check the math on this, if it's per rank or if it's the total.
I'm already writing things down. It's happening.
Yeah. It's you think about like the type of character you want, and this affects kind of like how well that person does those things. So, Dalton, before I hand it over to you, so if your person is a burglar or a burglar, right? You're gonna want stuff in stealth. Stealth has dexterity, so you want really high dexterity, right? Sleight of hand, i.e. stealing things, you're going to want really high. Oh, look, it's dexterity, so you're going to probably want like high dexterity. And depending on how you want to play your character, you could probably be like high dexterity, high charisma. So like if ever you get into those situations, you could like talk your way out of it. You're like, I wasn't stealing your keys, I was giving you this pamphlet. And they're like, oh my god, I can't believe this guy is so chill, right? Or you could be like, no. I'm putting everything in that, and like, if he gets caught, he does not know how to talk his way. Like, part of it is like, the stats you can work with your
right.
Character build, right?
What would intelligence be again?
Intelligence is kind of like...
knowing things.
Book smarts. So like, in the stats that they have here, the skills that you use, it's lore. So like, do you know the lore of something? Or like the history. So like, you guys might come across, like, you might be traveling to like a new area, and you see these statues, and you're like, who the fuck used to live here? You could be like, I could tell you who used to live here. It used to be, and like, you would know the lore of the land. How that could be.
What's shadow lore?
Shadow lore is connected to evil things.
Ooh.
So you could be like, I've really read up on all these bad shit, and I know like goblins, and I know like the signs of like like let's say you find like an abandoned banner, right? And I go, cool, roll your lore for your shadow lore for that. You could read it and be like, oh shit, guys, this banner is connected to trolls. We don't want to be here because like there's war trolls around here, right? That makes sense.
And sorry, I think it spaced out. So the ones on the left, the strength, all that, constitution, automatically gets 8. And then you add an additional 27 to that?
You add 27 connected to that email that I gave you. So like 9 equals 1 point, right? But if you want to go to 10, it's going to cost 2 points. Like your points add up to build to
Got it.
What's up with Shadow?
Shadow in total or Shadow lore?
Shadow,
Permanent?
whatever that says permanent,
Yeah. So in this game, you can be corrupted by evil. So there's a version of this where you get shadow points, which are not good, and you will become essentially I could like turn you into a wraith, or like turn you into like basically an evil, an agent of evil.
But would I still just kind of like do things?
I guess we'll have to see.
Will you roll for me?
Will you roll for me?
That's like, I mean, I was trying to be a Balrog. So like, being a wraith would be pretty cool.
No. You're fucking like, you're like, hey, here's these things. Can I be a Balrog? No, you can't be a Balrog. All right, fine. Can I be the Witch King? And I was like, fuck off. Like,
Dex.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, so does that all make sense? So, and again, all this stuff can be tweaked after we make it, but like, I'd say put your best foot forward based off like kind of the build you want to make. I'll send you guys some documents after this based off your characters. Classes, because there's certain classes that are like, hey, if you're going to be a burglar, choose these things. But at this point, we're essentially just like, again, don't write in pen. Oops.
So the skills, do we add points to that?
You will be adding points to that. Once you get your attributes set, then you start going to skills.
Sorry, I know you've already said this.
No.
You know,
and I find this interesting, and I'm sure that there's some people listening that are completely bored and turn this off. But other people are like, "Oh, cool, we're building the character, right?" This is we're doing just for everyone at home, right? The zombie game that we played was really fun, but it's super simple, right? Like in regards to like the stats and the complex.
This is Morty.
We're going. That's what?
Morty scratched my fucking that's. A
Oh
scratch.
my god, that's not a scratch, dude. That's a fucking gash.
Cats, dude.
Yeah,
Right?
I gave all of them baths last night, and then after.
Why would you do that?
There was water in the tub. The lady actually wrapped my wrist in gauze. like
Dude,
I didn't realize.
Insane.
I didn't realize how I didn't realize how bad it was. Well, you can't see it. You can't really see it, but there's a scratch right there. Yeah. It hurts when I flex my wrist, but keep going.
No, I'm fine. Your cat's trying to kill you.
Good thing you're right-handed, huh?
Right, but I jerk off with both hands.
It's called the stranger. What I do is I sit on my left hand until it goes numb.
I love it. What's Constitution, Bert?
It's like your physical hardiness, right? So like the more constitute you are, the higher constitution you have. It's like your one. It's connected to like hit points, but it's also like cool. Like you eat something and you're like, all right, it's super spicy. If you have high constitution, not a big deal, right? I said spicy, but replace spicy with poison. And if like somebody tried to poison you, if you have high constitution, you're fine, right?
All right, I've got my numbers written out. I'm good.
Dope.
Like
cool. All right. You
actually had to scratch out
and
one.
You definitely.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So if I wanted to make my dexterity 15, then I would take 9 away from the 27 points.
Correct.
Cool. Nice.
That is my understanding. I'll double check after this.
I want to. Like, we need to like double check the point system because I want to make sure I am doing this accurately.
Sure. We can do that. We can do that offline. You don't have to bore. We are still recording.
Oh yeah, like I made my charisma one thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna come up with like a backstory, and then I'm gonna go from there.
But you said we're talking about like we're all starting with the point system of 8.
Every number starts at 8. And
Every
then,
number has 8, and then if, let's say, for example, I'm bringing my strength, and we have 27 points altogether, and I'm bringing my strength to 15, that takes 7 points away.
That costs 9 points.
It takes 9 points away
If you look at the email
from the 27.
the email, that every number has a cost. So let me share my screen. So that's the one thing you have to look. So it's like, cool, if you want to have like a rank 15, it costs 9 points, right?
Oh, that's what it is. So if I
So
go
it's
13...
it's a little bit different, yeah. It's not a straight 1-for-1 because like you get crazy, like having 15 strength.
Okay, this is... Alright, that's... Alright, so I'm definitely off of my shit. So if I was... So we go 27, and then if I was to go 13, that's equal... That's minus 5.
Mm-hmm.
That drops me to 20 deuce. If I was going to go 15, that brings me to 9. That's going to bring me to fucking 18. Dex 11. That's 3 points.
And as we start playing the game, these
Fucking
numbers
15.
will also increase in the game.
My intelligence is 10 minus 2. That's fucking
great.
18.
I know you guys are
Wisdom
against
13,
this and would advise against it,
fucking 8.
but in spirit of getting ready for it, I'm watching through the Hobbit. Oh, I'm wanting to watch through the Hobbit.
God damn, dude! Like I'm like,
And the
oh,
Lord of the
I'm
Rings movies.
so off on my numbers. This is why we needed to
Okay.
talk.
All right.
Holy
So
shit!
there is an alternative version to this that involves an element of chance.
I'm negative on my shit.
Yeah, you got. That's where you got to like start to balance some of the stuff out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or hear me out on this. There is an This was the simple version. There is an alternative version. Can I walk you through this one?
I got 8 points to play with, and I'm over by like 4. So, yes, you can.
Okay. So this involves an element of risk and honesty. We need trust and honesty to play these games.
Honesty.
What? God damn it, dude.
The point system allows your character to be relatively well balanced. The dice rolling system adds it up to chance.
Sorry, say that one more time.
The point system
Mm-hmm.
is going to allow you to decide where you're spending your points, and
Mhm.
allows it to be like a relatively balanced character. There's a version of this. Oh, I need one more. Where you gentlemen could leave your stats up to chance.
You know, I'm fuck.
And let me just walk you through what this means.
It means that I can become some hobbit sword
I
wielding
think I have-
You
badass.
could be better. You could be better with the chance system.
I think I have
Could
it
be
better.
worse.
I think I have it down, but I still think I'm like off by a point.
Okay. Well, think about leave that there. I know we're still recording it. Hopefully people find this entertaining. So
Well, they
this,
better because it's
it's
in
the
an-
fucking show, damn it.
Yeah, well, you know what?
JARdon the fucking mess.
You know what? Fucking Jay, fucking listen.
Here's the alternative that you can do. Right?
Yeah, put down the kid, Jay.
You take 4 dice, right? Does anyone have any? Nobody has dice around them? Just
I've
me?
got dice around me all day.
Yeah, all right. Take 4 dice.
No.
I can electronically.
Okay,
All right,
fine.
I'll
I got
take-
fucking 4 dice.
4 dice. Roll them. Now remove the lowest number.
Okay.
What is that total?
9.
9. That's one score. You get to pick where it is, but that score is 9. Right? Roll again.
Well, I already wrote shit down. I don't want to like change it.
I know. Just go with me in this. Roll again.
All right, I'm gonna roll again. With the 3
All 4.
remaining.
All 4. No. All
Oh.
4 dice again.
Okay. Okay.
Remove the lowest.
10.
What's that total?
10.
Yeah, you're not rolling well. All right, roll again. You're rolling 4 dice? I rolled mine. I got a 20.
Yeah, I'm fucking rolling
No,
fucking 4 dice, bro.
Yeah, roll again. Remove the lowest.
Are you rolling a d6?
Yeah, you're rolling d6s, right?
Yeah, fuck, dude. Okay, 14.
Okay. Do it again.
Dude.
You're doing this 3 more times. I'm just letting you know. You're doing this 3 more
Why?
times. Just do it.
Okay, I got fucking 7, 8. I got
Really?
7. Yeah.
7? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, you need to go with the point system. This is garbage. Do it 2 more times.
Dude.
I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, I got fucking 14.
Okay, great. 1 more time. That's it.
Dude, I am
Then you're good. I told you. 6.
I got 14.
Okay. With this scenario, then you've now generated 6 numbers, right? 14, 14, 14, 7, 10, 9. And you would be able to put those into your slots, right? I would not recommend you to use those numbers because those numbers were garbage. But I say this because there's a version of this where you, in theory, could roll, right? And get 3 6s and, whatever, a fucking 1. You remove the lowest one. This now is a fucking 18, right? So you could, if you're doing random generation, could get really high numbers. Or, in Randy's case, get really fucking low numbers.
Yeah, bro.
So
I didn't break fucking 14.
Yeah. So don't do that. But...
And you would just put the numbers wherever you want them.
Just put those numbers wherever you want. It's random, but there's a higher chance of getting a really bigger number, right? Because in this version, the max you can get is 15. In this other version, you could get, 18, right? That was just a practice roll. If either you want to roll again after that, you're more than welcome to. But that's the other way that you can generate numbers. This is more very methodical. You're picking it out. Dice is dice, man. You might get a really shitty character. So choose as you will. Does that work? Make sense?
Can you in the game so say I have 15 dexterity and we start the game, other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can I raise that during the game?
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you level up, these stats will go up.
Alright, cool.
I think I have it appropriately
Nice.
statted out.
Hell yeah, you do.
Just match your Elden Ring stats.
But I'm so much higher.
In Elden Rings?
Yeah, dude, like I am OP. Like it's unfair on how I play on Journey 2. That's it's crazy. I need to be on Journey 3 just for it to be competitive again.
You should try to speedrun it then.
No, because that's lame.
People are beating it 5 minutes.
Some dude beat it in less than a minute. They're just playing on a comp and glitching it out. It's just
Yeah, that's just fucking stupid.
it's just not even fun at that point. Bro, what's the
I don't
point?
know how that counts.
You get all right. You know how it counts? They did it so fast that they got the views.
Mm-hmm.
I just got 1 million views. YouTube is gonna pay me. No, $2,000. It's just stupid. You get the views.
You know what doesn't get the views?
What?
JARdon.
Honestly, from what I've been seeing, is consistency is what kind of just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Consistency is what people want.
Yep.
Because I put on my post playing Elden Ring at work. I play it at work. The only view that I've had that has not even a lot, 30 views. It was me beating some boss within a minute. I just have to put bullshit out there. But I did write down all of my attributes, strengths, and this to try to hopefully it matches up. If I have to reconfigure it, I will.
Cool.
But you know what? At the end of the day, from this little thing, charisma is very key.
Nice. Yeah. All right. I'll send you guys your next thing, which is your skills, and then from there, it's just like equipment, and we're done. We'll be ready to play. I'm very excited.
So how do we do equipment?
It's based
Do we
off
just roll
the
for it?
class that you chose, and you get to spend a certain amount of points to like unlock certain stuff. So like you would have hobbit-y things available to you.
Are you making a character?
You know what? I wasn't going to, but after the conversation that we had about, you guys not minding if I played in it, even with it, I will. But I want to start it off with just the two of you, and then introduce me.
Yeah, why
into
wouldn't
it
you make
later
a
on.
character? Because if I was,
I'm the GM, so the GM shouldn't necessarily have a character because I don't want it to turn into like it's too OP to have a character.
But Bert,
if I was running
it's jarring-
Point
it's
Bro,
jarring
do
the
you
mess.
realize like how fucked up things would be?
wait, what?
But would also work.
It's like I know that there's going to be goblins around the corner, but then my character doesn't know that there's goblins around the corner, so it's a very precarious thing.
But in place of those goblins, there could be naked mass goblins around the corner that have an OP skill that you're just unaware of.
Yeah, exactly. But I would be aware of it. That's the same.
But I would make you not aware of it. As GM.
If you were GM, yes. We'll get it to it.
God damn, dude, I got so much gray hair. It's terrible.
All right, well, this is
Getting
devolved.
old, bro.
Like you guys can see it in there, right? Like the gray hair. Like,
no, I shaved, so you can't really see it.
like it's so noticeable. It's just
I don't see any of it.
I feel old.
I don't see it.
You guys
You're
are
right.
gray. Thanks for
I
being.
don't see it.
I see Dalton's gray. I'll be honest.
No, well he's.
I got hella gray. Dude, my shit's
Dude,
a
I feel
mess.
like I got a fucking rogue fucking strip going through the top right now. Like it's just so.
That's just the light.
We're getting older.
Hold on.
Speak for yourself.
We're gonna end on this. Back it up. Do that one more time. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, can you see my gray hair?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, JARdon the mess.
Aha!